Samskar Academy. Now we are going to learn about the national parties and state parties in our country. Democracies that follow a federal system overall the world tend to have two kinds of political parties. So all over the world we generally have, where there is a federal system, we have two kinds of political parties. Parties that present in only one of the federal units, and parties that are present in several or all units of the federation. This is the case in India as well. So even in India we have two parties or two types of parties. There are some countries with wide parties called as national parties, and these parties have their units in various states. So there are some parties which are very big parties, they have units in various states, but there are some units in various states, but by and large all these units follow the same policy, same strand, policy and strategy that is decided at the national level. So a large parties or big parties are called national parties, where they have their units in various states, but by and large they follow the same policy and same strategy that is decided at the national level. Every party in the country has to register with the Election Commission of India. So every political party has to get its registration done with the Election Commission of India. While the Election Commission treats all the parties equally, it offers some special facilities to large and established parties. Like, the parties are given unique symbol. Only the official candidate of the party can use these symbols for election. So the large political parties will have one and only one unique symbol. Parties that get this privilege and some other privileges include, like, they are recognized by the commission for this purpose. The parties are called recognized political parties. First, any political party has to register itself with the Election Commission of India. Once it is registered, the large political parties will get a unique symbol. So these parties come to be known as recognized political parties. The Election Commission has laid down the detailed criteria for the proportion of votes or seats the party must win to get in order as to be called as a recognized party. So a party that secures at least 6% of total votes in the election to a state legislative assembly and wins at least 2 seats is recognized as a state party. Any political party which contests in the elections, and for any state it contests, it should get at least 6% of the total votes polled in favor of it, and at least 2 seats in the state legislature. So that party will be recognized as state party. A party that secures at least 6% of votes of the total votes in the Lok Sabha elections or assembly elections in 4 states and win at least 4 seats in the Lok Sabha is recognized as national party. For state party we told 6% plus 2 seats, but for the national party it should win at least 6% of votes in the Lok Sabha total votes polled plus 4 seats, or it has to win 6% of votes in 4 state assemblies and win 4 Lok Sabha seats. Then only that party will be recognized as national party. So we have state party, we have national party as well. That's how we recognize the state party and national party. According to the classification which we discussed above, there are 7 regional national parties recognized in the country in 2018. So we have 7 recognized national parties. Let us learn about each one. The first one is AITC, All India Trinamool Congress. This was launched on 1st of January 1998 under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee. She was recognized as a national party in 2016 elections. The party's symbol is flower and grass. So they are committed to secularism and federalism, has been power in West Bengal since 2011. Also has a presence in Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Tripura. In the general elections in 2019, it got 4.07% of votes and won 22 seats, making it the 4th largest party in the Lok Sabha. So let us check the conditions whether it has fulfilled or not. It has the leadership, yes. It is in power since 2001, now it is 2020, from last 9 years. It has its presence in Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura and West Bengal. It has 4.7% votes and at least 4 seats it has to win. It has won 22 seats and it has been recognized as the 4th largest party in Lok Sabha. That is All India Trinamool Congress under the leadership of Mamata Banerjee. Now moving to Bahujan Samaj Party. The Bahujan Samaj Party was formed in 1984 under the leadership of Kanshi Ram. Seeks to represent and secure power for the Bahujan Samaj, which includes Dalits, Adivasis, and the other backward classes and religious minorities. So draws inspiration from the teachings and ideas of Sahu Maharaj, Mahatma Phule, Periyar Ramaswamy Nayakar, and Baba Saheb Ambedkar. So Bahujan Samaj Party's ideas were to secure and represent the power of the Dalits, Adivasis and other backward classes. They stand up for the cause of securing the interest and the welfare of the people of Dalits and the oppressed classes. So this party has its main base in Uttar Pradesh and also has substantial presence in neighboring states like Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand, Delhi and Punjab. Now formed government in Uttar Pradesh several times by taking the support of different parties at different times. In Lok Sabha elections held in 2019, it has polled about 3.63% votes and secured 10 seats in the Lok Sabha. So they have their presence in more than 4 states excluding Uttar Pradesh. So that's why it is also considered as one of the national party. Coming to Bharatiya Janata Party. So the BJP is founded in 1980 by reviving the erstwhile Bharatiya Janasangh, formed by Shyam Prasad Mukherjee in 1951. They want to build a strong and a modern India by drawing its inspiration from India's ancient culture and values. Deen Dayal Upadhyay's ideas of integral humanism and Antyodaya means the cultural nationalism. Hindutva is an important element in its conception of Indian nationalhood and politics. So BJP's fundamental ideas are India's ancient culture and values. Deen Dayal Upadhyay's ideal of integral humanism and Antyodaya. Their integral part is Hindutva. They want to bring the conception of Indian nationalhood and politics. They want fulfill territorial and political integration of Jammu and Kashmir with India and also get uniform civil code for all people living in the country irrespective of religion in the country and also ban on religious conversion. So they want to integrate Jammu and Kashmir's land completely into India. Article 370 has been scrapped off recently in 2019 and there has been substantially cut or reduction in the religious conversions. Its support base is increased substantially in the 1990s. Earlier limited to north and west and to urban areas, the party expanded its support in the south, east, and the northeast, and to the rural areas as well. It came to power in 1998 as an alliance with NDA and including several other parties. So it emerged as the largest party with 303 elected members in 290 2019 election of Lok Sabha. Currently, it's leading the ruling NDA government at the center, BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party. Coming to the Communist Party of India, CPI, it has formed in 1925 and it believes in the Marxism, Leninism, secularism, and democracy. It is opposed to the forces of sectionism, means divisions in the society, and communalism. It accepted parliamentary democracy as a means of promoting the interest of the workers or working class. Farmers and the poor became weak after split in the party in 1964 that led to the formation of CPI-M. Significant presence in the states of Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. So its support base had gradually declined over the years and it secured less than 1% of votes and 2 seats in 2019 Lok Sabha election. Advocates the coming together of all left parties to build a strong left front. CPI was formed in 1925, but there was split in the party in 1964, forming CPI-M. From then it became weak, but it has its presence in the states of West Bengal, Karnataka, Kerala, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Coming to the Communist Party of India. The Communist Party of India came into existence in 1964. It believes in Marxism, Leninism, socialism, secularism, and democracy, and opposes imperialism in any form and communalism. It accepted democracy as a election and useful, helpful, meaningful for securing the objective of socio-economic justice in India. It enjoys a strong support in West Bengal, Kerala, Tripura, especially among the poor, factory workers, farmers, agricultural laborers, and intelligence. It was critical of the new economic policies that allows the free flow of the foreign capital and goods into the country was objectionable for them. They were in power in West Bengal without a break for 34 years. In 2019 Lok Sabha elections, it won 1.75% of votes and 3 seats. Now moving on to the Indian National Congress. The Indian National Congress was one of the oldest parties of the world. It was founded in 1885 and has experienced many splits, played a dominant role in the Indian politics at the national level, state level for several decades after India's independence. Under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, the party sought to build up a modern, secular, democratic republican in India. Ruling party at the center till 1977 and then from 1980 to 1989, and after 1989 its support declined, but it continues to be present throughout the country. Cutting across the social divisions, the centrist party, neither rightist nor leftist in its ideological orientation, means the ideology where the party exposes secularism as a main philosophy in the welfare of the weaker sections and minorities. The Indian National Congress supports new economic reforms but with a human face. Leaders of the UPA, United Progressive Alliance, formed the government from 2004 to 2014. So in 2019 Lok Sabha elections, it won 52 seats. Right now, they are not in the major dominant role, but still they have role in opposition. Coming to the National Congress Party, that is the Nationalist Congress Party, formed in 1999 following a split in the Congress Party. So the espouses democracy, Gandhian secularism, equity, social justice, and federalism. They want the high offices in the government to be confined to the natural born citizens of the country alone. Only Indians have the right to be in the high officials. The major party in Maharashtra and has a significant presence in Meghalaya, Manipur, and Assam. A coalition partner in the state of Maharashtra in alliance with the Congress. Since 2004, a member of the UPA, United Progressive Alliance, has been playing a dominant role. So we have 7 major national political parties.